Good morning. We're excited to have another day. I'm grateful I woke up. I'm grateful John woke up. Right, John? There he is.
Good morning.
And I'm grateful you guys woke up. Isn't that great? I am the passenger in the car. I know when we're driving, people make comments. And so I'm a passenger. I'm going to read 2 of Wayne Dyer's Power of Intention cards. And then I'm going to talk for another minute about something else. And then also we were up here in Utah for my cousin's wedding, and it's wonderful, especially the older we get. We only get together with families for weddings and funerals, it seems like, and sometimes family reunions. But it was really nice to see everyone and see cousins I haven't seen in decades, actually. And so it was nice to meet other relatives that I've never met or haven't seen in years. So the first one I'm going to read to you is take no offense. Take no offense. It says, that which offends you only weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend your ego and stay in peace. Yeah, I'm going to read that one again. That which offends you only weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend. Good morning, Aunt Sharon. How are you, gorgeous? Transcend your ego and stay in peace. Anyway, I miss you, Aunt Sharon. We have to figure out when we can come visit you guys again. So that's the first card, and that can be a challenge if someone offends us, not to get offended, right? The natural man goes to being offended immediately, and we have to overcome ego's need to be right and just send love and peace to everyone. And that is how we get strong, right? Healthy mind, healthy life. We're in charge. No one else is in charge of us. And then the second one, I love this one. Detach yourself from your stuff. And it says, you're not what you have and you're not what you do. Good morning, gorgeous Terry. You're an infinite divine being disguised as a successful person who has accumulated a certain amount of stuff. The stuff is not you. For that reason, you must avoid being attached to it in any way. And isn't that interesting? You're not what you have and you're not what you do. Right? You're a being that's disguised as a successful person who's accumulated a certain amount of stuff. The stuff is not you. For that reason, you must not be attached to it. And I think, boy, we can fall into this trap really quickly, right? Maybe we answer with what our profession is, or we think that our car and our house and our furniture and our toys, our boats and all those things are who we are, but it's not who we are. And so remember to detach yourself from your stuff. I said this before, you've never seen anyone at a funeral with a U-Haul with all their toys and stuff behind them going up to heaven with them. You can't take it with you. You're an infinite being, right? Anyway, you guys have a great day. I've also been working on not gossiping and not complaining, and boy, it is a difficult thing. I've been working on it. John caught me last night gossiping, and so I put the kibosh on it. We're driving in Utah. One of our clients from California, whose house we just put into escrow, bought a historic home up here, which was her grandfather's home, built in 1899. So we're not gonna go inside it, but we're gonna go look at it from the outside. And so hopefully if we're still on here, I'll show it to you. But the gossiping and complaining, how's that going for you guys? And then did you write down 10 things you're grateful for today? Because writing down 10 things you're grateful for every day makes a huge, huge difference, right? Anyway, I'm grateful for Facebook Live, and I'm grateful I'm learning how to do this. Good morning, there's the bride. The bride just joined us. And I'm so grateful that I met my cousin Crystal a long time ago now. And she invited us into her lives yesterday, and she got married to her sweetheart Brian, and they were so cute, and her dress was so beautiful, and her hair was perfect. She just radiated like the brides that do, right? All brides just radiate. It's real weak here. And so very happy for her, and his family's so nice. It's always nice when we marry into nice families. It makes a huge difference. Anyway, I'm going to repeat these two for you really quick, and then we're going to get off of here. Detach yourself from your stuff. You're not your stuff, right? And I've been cleaning out my house, as I told you before. We're down to the garage now, and I've been getting rid of stuff, and someone else can use your stuff, right, if it's still in good condition. And then the hardest one of all, take no offense. That which offends you only weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So, you know what's so funny is I'm going to tell you one story that I just thought of. Cody Gibson was my MAPS coach, my first bold coach, not my MAPS coach, but my first bold instructor. And he told us in one of our classes to think of somebody that we had offended, that we needed to apologize to, and call them and apologize. And he said we should call the first person that popped into our mind, because sometimes we want to stay away from the hard things, right? We don't like to make the hard phone calls. And so the first person's name that popped into my mind was my sister, that I should call and apologize, because when we were kids, I was kind of not a very nice sister a lot of the times. I would chase her with bananas. Good morning, fashion. And I would chase my sister with bananas, which sounds weird, but she hated bananas. And she wanted to join it and do stuff with me and my friends, and I would never include her. And we would fight. Imagine sisters fighting, right? We would fight, and I wasn't very nice to her. And she was kind of quiet and shy, and I wasn't very quiet and shy. And what's interesting is then we ended up going to the same, we had to go on ended up going on a trip to Jamaica together when she was graduated from high school. The person who was supposed to go with her couldn't go last minute, so my parents actually forced me to go. And if you can imagine, I was furious with my parents making me go to Jamaica because I wanted to go to Europe with my friends. And I didn't have time or resources to do both. And so we had so much fun on that trip in Jamaica, and we got to be friends, and we really broke down all the barriers of growing up. We just had a great time together. And then we ended up going to the same college together. And it's interesting that we had so much fun. Sorry, it's so shaky. And so we ended up becoming good friends, and you know, the whole rest of our lives. But I had never taken the time to apologize for being a butthead as a kid, and so I felt like I should call my sister and apologize to her. And so, oh, here's the house. Hold on, I'm going to turn you guys around. Here we go. Look at this house. It's built in 1899, and this is Tino and Rebecca's house, and Rebecca's grandfather's house. She doesn't know we're here, so we're not going to bug her or knock on her door. Let me see, we got the sun behind us, so we'll see if we can get you a better shot here. But oh, it's beautiful. No wonder they wanted this house. And it's a family house, right? So it's pretty exciting. She was on some historic home tours and stuff. Maybe next time we come to Utah, we'll have to make an appointment with her and see if we can get in here. So I called my sister during the call time that Cody gave us to call, and I just talked to her. She was dying of cancer at the time, and I just talked to her and checked on her to see how she was doing. Oh, there's peach trees. Oh, those are yummy. And so I called and just was talking to her, and she said she wasn't feeling well, she had to go. And so I said, okay. And I didn't ever bring up the fact that I needed to apologize for being a butthead. And then I thought, okay, come on, Colleen, you got to do this. So I called her. I'm going to turn it around here. I mean, I told her, and I told her, I am so sorry for being so horrible to you when we were kids. And she told me, oh, Colleen, I forgive you. I haven't thought about that in years. And I can't believe you still think about that. And it was so nice. She told me how much she loved me and what a great sister I was. And we just had this really nice conversation. And the reason I'm telling you this is if there's someone that you need to apologize to or get, here, we'll go back here so you can look at the house while I talk. If there's someone you need to apologize to, then I would say do it now, sooner than later, because the next day, my sister lost her ability to talk. So we couldn't have had that conversation if I had procrastinated, because the next day the tumors in her brain made it hard for her to communicate, and it was very hard. After that, you had to try and really figure out what she was saying, and you'd have to play guessing games. Like if she was hungry, you'd have to show her, you know, different boxes of food or pictures and try and figure out what she was wanting. And so it's interesting that if we procrastinate putting these things off, we might lose the opportunity to apologize to those people. Can you stop for a second? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And sorry it was so bouncy on this road. We hope you have a great day. Remember to be grateful for everything that you have, and look for opportunities to serve others. Anyway, have a great day.